This is Shay, a 22-year-old studious university student in her last year of study. The type who color codes her planners and calls a 90% a personal failure. In high school, she once submitted an essay 3 weeks early, then submitted a second essay for fun. She asks for extra credit like it was oxygen. Without it, she swears she might not survive the semester. She survived countless all-nighters in the library. She once completed 3 consecutive finals in one day and somehow still begged for more assignments. And her most legendary feat, completing a group project without strangling at least one of her group mates. She's a perfectionist, a fighter, a scholar, but there's one subject no class ever prepared her for. Today, she's not facing exams or projects. No, today she's facing a far greater enemy, her bank account. Shay sits at her desk, surrounded by sticky notes, open textbooks, and half-finished iced coffee cups. With a weary sigh, she opens her banking app, telling herself it's just a quick check, nothing serious. After all, she's been responsible and careful, tracking every expense like a soldier counting rations. The screen loads, a hollow chime echoes, her balance, $2.47. In that instant, Shay's personal doomsday clock struck midnight. Shay stares at the glowing numbers on her screen, $2.47, as if they were a death sentence. The world around her falls away. In her mind, she now stands clad in heavy battle armor, sword in hand, staring down her true enemy, a dragon-shaped ATM. Its eyes blaze red, smoke curling from its steel jaws. Some call it being broke, others call it adulthood, but for Shay, this is war. The dragon hisses, spewing sparks with every breath. She knows that every purchase is no mere transaction, it's a battle for survival. Shay pushes into her usual cafe, tote bag bulging with notebooks and color-coded pens. She joins the line, already doing the math in her head. 1 latte is possible. Just enough fuel to survive class. The barista greets her with a friendly, "the usual," but panic scrambles her thoughts. Instead, she blurts out for the expensive option, a small drip coffee with free milk and as many free napkins as she can justify. The cafe around her seems to hush, a spotlight in her imagination catching the trembling plastic like it's a blade in battle. Processing, waiting, then approved. A surge of triumph floods her chest. Victory! Coffee secured. $1.90 gone. 57 cents remain. She grips the coffee cup like treasure, as though liquid gold now sloshes inside. In class, jittery from cheap coffee, Shay barely notices her friend sliding a phone across the desk. And then, there it is. A bag. Her eyes widen, her pulse spikes. It isn't just an accessory. It's destiny, stitched in faux leather. Perfect shape, perfect style, price, $134.99. Shay's balance, 57 cents. In her mind, she's already strutting down the hallway in slow motion, the bag on her arm, classmates cheering. Tutoring, dog walking, bubble tea shifts. She'll conjure the money somehow. Dollar bills scatter into the air like confetti. Reality crashes back, but she is not defeated. And so, with determination burning brighter than her caffeine jitters, the hunt for part-time jobs begins. Back outside the ATM, Shay stands frozen as if before a final boss. Maybe, just maybe, a miracle or a banking glitch filled her account since the last time she checked. With trembling hands, she slides the card in. This is her greatest test. Not exams, not professors, Not even the crushing weight of her own perfectionism. No. This is far worse. The screen blinks, cold and merciless. Insufficient funds. Later that night, Shay made the kind of call only true desperation inspires. With her phone pressed tight to her ear, she asked her mother, seriously gravely, how long a human being could survive on nothing but rice and coffee. And when her mother accused her of being broke, Shay refused the label. No, she insisted, this wasn't poverty, it was character building. And so, Shay survived the day, but tomorrow the war continues. Tonight, she learned one cruel truth of adulthood. Nobody ever feels rich. Everyone is just trying not to get eaten by the overdraft monster, their bank account. With nothing but plain rice to keep her going, she crowned herself the champion of the broke, defiant, unyielding, armed with only 57 cents and stubborn pride. So, the warrior sharpens her weapon, a stainless steel blade forged in the fires of the budget kitchen aisle. Every thrust, every jab, every dramatic spin, each motion prepares her for the battles ahead. The rice sustains her. The rice is her discipline. The rice is her destiny. 57 cents in her account, but in spirit, priceless. The broke may bend, but they do not break. Yet for this night, she earned the right to dream of the moment she would finally strut down the street victorious with that perfect bag slung triumphantly over her shoulder.